Hey, I'm that girl goddess, and then I'm gonna talk about when God give you a spouse. When God give you a spouse, sometimes even just a best friend, or a friend for a season, they're not gonna always agree with you in everything. When God sends someone, He sends them to also build on you, shape you in the things that He wants you shaped in. So you have to be mindful. Yes, there's going to be correction. This person may be ministering things you may not even know. Correction don't always come mean. Correction can just be direct, but it can come very soft. It can just turn around and you blow up all the time, and God say, a soft answer turns away wrath. And your friend may tell you this, and start saying, well, no, I understand you can be angry, but I need for you not to just say anything to come to your mind. When you mature, you learn to watch your words. Be careful what you say. I did a series on that. Be careful what you say, because you can ignite. This tongue can ignite a world of fire, hell on earth. Okay? So when you meet your spouse, sometimes the question was asked, are you always going to be attracted to your spouse? Is there going to be some kind of attraction? The answer is no. And you'd be like, what? Some people like unattractive people. They do. They don't want to be attracted to them. They like unattractive people. And some people need to be attracted, or need for them to find them attractive. And some people is okay with not, having the physical, certain type. Some people, they look beyond the physical and just look into the heart, a person's spirit, their morals, their character, their integrity, or their things, And sometimes you may have to have a spouse come into your life to put you on a budget, teach you how to budget. Sometimes you may need someone to come in your life to teach you that you need to clean up. You're not clean. Some of them come to teach you about being intimately clean, practicing good hygiene and proper ways to go about some things. There's some things you can do on an intimate level that you really need to be aware of, because that back door has a lot of bacteria in it. You can cause a lot of damage. You have to learn the process of that. Okay? And I'm keeping it clean, And sometimes they may come to tell you that you need to change emotionally, mentally, bring you out of being prejudiced. See, these are the secret things that you don't always want people to know about you. They have to get close to you to know it. Okay? And bring about correction. There's some females that tell you to beat them, but it's not okay. And when you operating in the things of God, you're going to have to learn to resist. And these type of females will provoke you. So you're going to have to learn to discipline yourself or leave them alone. Tell them it's not okay for them to hurt themselves. Because some people hate themselves. They feel guilty. They feel that they need to be chastened or disciplined, that they owe something to society, and they beat up on themselves, and they open up doors for other people to do it. Sometimes you meet up with someone just so they can speak life into you, teach you how to do it. A lot of people speak negative every day. God may bring someone in his life to teach them how to speak life and love, and that may be best for you. Okay? Some people are very forgiving. You have to teach other people how to forgive and how to let go. And it may not happen overnight. It's a process. We can't be like a lot of these people who want success overnight. People get to telling you, well, all you got to do is save some money. No, sometimes you got to go around someone who is a master at saving money. You may have to go around a cheapskate in order to obtain some of the things you want. You may not have to live like that, but you don't have to know when you go out. Sometimes you can't just put it in the bank. You may have to keep it in your house so you don't have no access to it because you're out in the street and you got your debit card, or you have a savings, and then a checking account, and you can do stuff out of your checking account. You have to keep a limited amount of money in there so you can pay for certain things. But some people, they have a debit card, man, every place they go, they'll get to spend it. It's not easy to establish discipline in lots of areas of your life. You can get upset and discipline yourself food-wise and say, oh no, I can say no to this, this, and this. But then emotionally, you can start taking in a lot of food and want to eat. When you're triggered emotionally, some of us emotionally eat. I do it a lot. I used to didn't do it, but I have done it a lot. And I'm now going places, practicing being more conscious. Because I would go to this restaurant, then turn around, go to that one, go to this one for this, say, oh no, let me just put this in the house. And when they get in the house, don't even have the discipline not to eat it. You know, I can't put all that stuff in the house because when I'm bored or tired, emotionally upset, I'm gonna go get that gallon of ice cream and sit down, sometimes with potato chips or whatever. It can be bananas and syrup, caramel on the ice cream because I'm upset. So I don't buy the gallons of ice cream because I will eat it when I'm upset. I have to discipline myself in that area not to keep certain things in the house because it seems like I can't get enough of it. I'm working now on my weight. I had some medical problems at one point, and the medication I blew up, and taking it down and going through stages can really be hard. It can be frustrating. But the one thing I thank God that I do have about me, I'm not going out here trying to meet up to anybody's image that they want me to have. Like when I was younger, I had an hourglass figure with a low derriere. It worked for me. It worked for me when I was modeling, but that was natural. But then as you get older, a lot of things don't always last or fall apart. Our bodies changes. Stress we carry. As females, we carry stress in our stomach. We got to discipline ourselves for not operating in stressful areas, dealing with stressful people. Sometimes a lot of people, the family members, they got a lot of stuff going on medically, and we really have to pull back because we worry, we stress. Are they going to take our nieces and nephews away from their mama or their daddy? Oh my God, they getting a divorce. And you'd be surprised how negative things take a toll on you. And if you emotionally eat, you're vulnerable. I have taught people a lot of things. It's like, sometimes if you really want to, you don't bring no donuts home, no cookies home, no chips home, and nice snacks. I tell people, you're going to have to discipline yourself to spend a little bit of money. Because when we eat healthy, it's more expensive. When we spoiled to sugar, we're going to tend to go get things that's sugary and meets the taste of the sugar. Apple pie. We go to KFC or any other restaurant, Churches, Popeye's chicken. We want the apple pie. We want the blueberry cream pie. It's a lot of things we want that we just have to say no to. When we're emotionally upset, we'll substitute a cream cheese blueberry pie for just a regular blueberry pie. Heat it up. Put ice cream on apple pie. you know, and we'll go from this restaurant and turn around and go to this one for this thing they have. And I'm not going to say there's anything wrong with it, but when you're trying to discipline yourself, you need someone around to point out how you need to discipline. It's people I've seen, you know, more than 600 pounds. But when they get ready to get on the mission, you know, because I helped a friend lose so much weight. She came down from a 5X and she came all the way down to a size 20, which I think is either a size 4X or 3X. I think she went down to a 3X though. And it was just one summer when we did it. I got out there and I walked and walked and walked and walked. And she lost the weight and she didn't even realize how rapidly it was coming off of her. And I told her, you walk down the street, you stop at the corner store and you get you a little ice cream cone. I said, you're not mindful of what you're doing. On the way back, you pick up a candy bar and you say, I done walked it off. When you lose weight, you're going to have to say no to sugar. When you have diabetes or pre-diabetes, you're going to have to say no to sugar and carbs and, you know, put some exercise in it. It all makes a difference. Some of us going to have to get medication and with the exercise and diet control. And then spiritually, we got to start praying for spiritual healing of the physical body, because you don't know what's being sent out to you in the spirit realm. And you have to be honest. You have to be honest. And I know, you know, working for mate, when he get a wife, or sometimes the husband does the most of the cooking, he may cook healthy or a diabetic meal, something you can handle. He may do this naturally. Be like me, I tell people the food groups need to be put on the plate. And I believe in well-balanced meals. I have to deal with portion control. You know, we all got a certain amount of habits we have when it comes to food, but that's for another video. I'm leaving it in, talking about how your partner and best friend, when God chooses them for you, they come in to do a work, to build on you, to tear down. Prophets come to tear down in order for God to build. So a lot of times people just want to hear the prophet say this, 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 and this. Every message you get from God is not going to be a pleasant one. Sometimes he's been talking to you months about handling certain things. Because even when the Bible prophet came to tell, I think it was Hezekiah, that God was going to give him death, and he turned his face to the wall and started praising God. And when they say praising, it wasn't just like overnight. He could have, when you have a praise of obedience, okay, and when they say praises go up, the blessings come down, a lot of times it can be praying about the praise of obedience to God's word, to his voice, to what he's saying, and then will ignite change and bring about blessings. But like I was saying, even if you pray for it, just know you can have several friends and they can all be saying the same thing, but this person will have what it takes, the gifting, the anointing, the talent that God sends in order for things to happen, in order to establish a changed mindset, in order to broaden your mental horizon. I'm going to say keep handling it. When you get these people, you're on a mission for them as well. It goes both ways. And make it fun. And know that if God sends somebody, you may be used to good looking people and never tested this, and this person, the good looking person, hurts you and emotionally is not for you. And then sometimes God says, well, I want him to bring you up, bring your attitude up. Then sometimes he can be with someone that's less attractive and they can be so sweet or disciplined or what you need, and doing the bare minimum and be just what you need. and they can be all the inspiration, and you love that. See, me, I'm gonna tell you the truth. If you ain't attractive in my eye, and we're together, I'm not gonna give all that. I really don't even want you to touch me on that level. It's a turn off to me. You won't do much work in me because I'm not gonna open up my spirit to you. I'm not open to even receive. I just want you out. Okay? There has to be some kind of attraction for me. Otherwise, I'd be looking at you like, oh my God, God, no, what did I do? Every day. And it won't build on me, work on me. I don't care if you're nice. See, we all know we meet people, especially ugly people. They be nice in the beginning, but then all them ugly ways start coming out. That's not going to work for me. But I want you to continue to ask God to send people, your destiny helpers, people that can make you brainstorms, come higher, go to another level of glory and faith, and you have a beautiful experiences meeting new people, what God has for me. Or for you, because sometimes we're inspired by stuff like that. And we have to be honest with ourselves. The key word is honest with ourselves. Listen to God, knowing that it's going to work out for our good. But that's the end of this, me talking about spouses. And, well, I'm not really very through, because sometimes God got to send a spouse and they a hot mess. You look at them and they seem like the sweetest person till you walk down that aisle. And then after you walk down the aisle, you look at them and you looking at Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Freddy Krueger and the Leprechaun. Predator and Jason. All combined in one. And they may be, God wants you on your face to build up your prayer life. And he take you through some things, and he give you a greater. Because sometimes when God sends things that's in a hard place, it's for the maturing and the making of us. And I have to receive that. I just said it. But I have to receive that too, because I'd be like, God, why are you taking me through this? I don't act like them. What is going on? Okay. And I admit I'm guilty, I'd be like, hell no. But y'all be mindful when God send these people. Just know you're going to go through some things first before everything. It may not start off and just be extremely bad. Something got to bait you in. Something got to catch your eye and your attention. So you got to do things, let it be natural, and be prayerful, and ask God. He may send some people, he just wants you to get in the habit of asking him. Listening to his guidance. And sometimes he can send somebody in your life that's just wacky. And you can't ask for advice to make decisions, because you're the smartest person in the room, and some of them just wacky. Okay? I have seen it. Lord knows I've seen it. I done have friends, and I'd be like, what sense do that make? And they be sitting up talking, well, I got married, and he got mad at me, or...
Please be advised that the state is monitoring background on security. All activities are being recorded, and local authorities are immediately notified.
And they can, I lost my train of thought for a minute. That speaker came on, security. But spouses come to help build you up and open you up and make you establish new habits and ways and come higher. And coming higher, we know when we grow in the things of God, it don't always feel good. Some of us have some serious growing pain. Some of us got to go through something in order to appreciate being able to walk. Appreciate good health. Got to go through something horrible to keep them on their toes, because what they're going through physically is traumatizing. And so when they do overcome, they establish a new way, new habit. But I'm that girl, Goddess. Say like, share, and subscribe. Check out my pages, recommend it. And I want to thank you. I want to thank everybody who comments, share. I want to thank you. I'm really grateful for it. This has been a slow walk with the YouTube page. And a lot of people told me it was on easy mode. And I believed it for a minute because things was really happening fast. And then I found out, you got to put the work in, which I'm going to keep doing it. I know I've been slacking a little bit, but I'm praying, been going under a lot of attacks, this, and this, but I'm staying 10 toes down for my father and for what's right and best for me, and set some healthy boundaries. Bye. I love y'all, and God bless.